as the crow flies.
All right. Hey, everybody, we're back for another We Watch Movies. Should I turn that light off for the birds, Steve?
Yeah.
The birds are being kind of loud. Okay. Now, we're back with another We Watch Movies, and Steve's has got a lot of movies on his list.
That's amazing. I remembered, but cause I don't feel like I watch much movies. Anymore.
Steve used to use what, Letterboxd? Didn't you used to keep a list? That
and
way?
for a minute.
I guess Steve's got some ambiance going on in the background here. So in case you hear that.
Well, go ahead and
Um,
you go first.
well, I've started my Halloween movie watching early. I know it's September, people, but people got their Halloween trees up. I've seen people got Halloween decorations up and all that jazz.
I got a Halloween menorah.
You do not.
Yeah.
Do you even know what a menorah is?
Yeah.
Okay, what is it? I'm going to put you on the spot.
the oil Jewish thing.
I know it's a Jewish thing.
Well, it's a horror. I got a Jewish horror thing where. Go ahead.
Okay, anyway, I don't know what Steve's talking about, but
Go.
anyways. So I've started my horror or Halloween movie watching early. I've actually got my Snoopy laying down on a pumpkin t-shirt that Steve got me at Kohl's today. Steve got him a Sasquatch.
It was like "Thank You for Believing" or something. It had a bunch of UFOs and stuff on it.
But it also didn't have the Sasquatch on there.
Yeah, it has all
Bigfoot.
Yeah, it has all kinds of crazy things.
But anyway, so one of the ones I watched is the classic, the John Carpenter classic Halloween. It took me like 3 nights to watch it because I kept falling asleep.
The John Carpenter classic, The Ward.
No. The Ward was okay, but it's no Halloween. And I don't think I need to tell anybody the plot of Halloween. If you're a horror fan and you ain't seen Halloween, and I'm talking about the John Carpenter classic, not the Rob Zombie mess.
Okay.
So I enjoyed going back and watching it again, and seeing Jamie Lee Curtis in all her glory, saying the keys, oh the keys, and
Okay.
you know what?
No.
Steve's wanting me to move along. No, I'm not making fun of Jamie Lee Curtis. I love Jamie Lee, but. Anyway, I'm going to be watching more soon, and I'll talk about another one I watched here in a little bit. But I'm going to turn it over to Steve to talk about one of his.
I I watched the new 4K of Chinatown. I got the like a collector's edition from the UK, which sold out. I waited a few weeks because I was like, do I really want to spend this money on this? And I said, okay, now I got paid. I'll go ahead and do it. And then a couple days later, it was sold out from Orbit DVD. So it's got a lot of cool little things in it. The movie itself is pretty like film noir with Jack Nicholson and directed by Roman Polanski. It's pretty cool. I mean, I've seen it a few times before, and this is hadn't watched it in a year. I bought an old, I think it's a Blu-ray steelbook of it. And I don't even think I've ever opened it up. Maybe I have, but obviously I got this now. So, and this is a pretty cool little collector's thing. But.
Believe it or not, I've owned a steelbook of Chinatown on Blu-ray forever and still have not watched it, but I watched parts of it when Steve was watching. This was a 4K though, right?
Yeah, they had a US release, but it must have sold out, and then they're going to somebody's releasing maybe it's a 4K of Chinatown, but they're going to release the Two Jakes, which is, as far as I know, it's a sequel to it, and it's the only film that Jack Nicholson directed.
Huh.
So, but that hasn't been released yet. But
Jack Nicholson's been around so long, I figured he would have directed more stuff.
he might have, but that's the only one I know of. And it was basically because they couldn't get all the stuff nailed down, so he just said I'll do it, or he took over it, and it was not the most easy production of the two Jakes, but anyway, go ahead. Your
Okay,
turn.
so another one I watched was another Halloween standard for me, as well as being a rock horror movie, and that was Trick or Treat, not Trick or Treat, with Mark Price, Skippy from Family Ties on it, and he says fuck a lot and stuff
And his
like.
name should be Buck.
No, I didn't say he liked to. I
Oh.
said he said it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So
that's
it's
right.
a totally different character than Skippy. Skippy is a nerdy character who's totally in love with Mallory.
And this guy's a nerdy character who's in love with metal music.
No, he's not nerdy. I wouldn't call him nerdy.
Well, he's your typical
He's
metalhead.
he's a metalhead, yeah, who's kind of a loner and
who would
stuff
be
like that.
probably, if he's doing it now, he'd be a white supremacist.
No, he wouldn't have. Steve, be careful what you're saying on
Well,
here.
I'm not saying the movie. I'm just saying
Well,
he'd be a school shooter or something. But anyway, go ahead.
but yeah, probably in this day and age. But anyway, he plays Eddie Weinbauer, and he
A
is
Jew.
That's what you said in the when we did the commentary for it.
Oh,
That's what you
what
said.
is his name?
Eddie Weinbauer.
No, that's not Jewish.
Okay, then why'd you say?
I don't know because I thought I'm stupid.
Anyway, he plays a metalhead who is buddies with Nuke, Gene Simmons, who runs the local radio station.
Hey Siri, is Weinbauer a Jewish name?
Oh my gosh, Steve's got to ask
Ding.
Siri.
No, I don't get it turned on.
I don't think she listens.
Nah, she don't ask racist questions. Go ahead.
Yeah, don't be racist on her.
I'm trying.
But so anyway, he's got maybe one friend, Roger, who I think Steve
he a
thought
rabbit?
he was. No. And Steve thought Roger was Jewish too when
Damn, I was.
Yeah, you were calling everybody Jewish.
I'm sorry, I was anti-Semitic back then.
Well,
I've changed.
okay. All right. So anyway, and he's in love with Leslie, played by Lisa Orgolini, or I don't know, however you pronounce her name. She was your typical 80s, everybody wanted her to be their girlfriend type of person. She was cute back in the day. But anyway, so
But anyways,
he loves Sammy Kerr, who Sammy Kerr come from his hometown and kind of made it big, doing like, I don't know, Alice Cooper and Ozzy Osbourne like stuff. Which, by the way, Ozzy Osbourne plays a priest, Reverend Gilstrom, in this movie, which is funny. I just think it's funny. But so Sammy Kerr is like a cross between Alice Cooper and Ozzy Osbourne. Only he rips apart a snake on stage and rubs blood all over him, and evidently
where's Brent?
she's in the kitchen.
Okay, sorry.
But anyway, he's evidently into some satanic stuff as well, and he ends up dying in a fire in a hotel, and Eddie loses his shit and tears all his posters down, and Talking Tom. Steve, stop. I don't know why he does this. It takes me 10 times longer to do something. Turn that off.
Sorry.
Anyways, so he kind of gets over it. He goes and he visits his buddy Nuke, and Nuke gives him the last album that Sammy Kerr ever recorded, and Sammy Kerr starts talking to Eddie and telling him what to do to go up against the boys, but then things get more sinister, and Eddie is like, I hope you didn't turn off the recording, Steve.
I turned it off. Check.
Oh,
I didn't turn it off.
okay, it's still recording. Don't touch anything. But
Be brief.
I'm trying to be
Okay.
brief, but you keep interrupting me.
Be brief.
Okay, so Eddie has to figure out how to prevent Sammy Kerr from killing everybody, basically killing everybody in the town. So I've always loved this movie. This is a movie I remember from my youth growing up. I think I probably rented it.
Mm.
Is that how you first saw it, Steve, or do you remember
Yes,
how
I'm
you?
sure.
Okay, that's probably how most of us saw it. Was we rented it back in the day. This is supposed to get a. Is it a Blu-ray or a 4K release that's coming
I
out?
don't know now.
Well, anyway, a new release is supposed to be coming out.
Mm.
I wish it would come out before
Mm.
Halloween, but it probably won't. It'll probably be after Halloween. But be on the lookout for that if you're a fan of these rock horror movies, because out of all of them that have been done,
Mhm.
I think Trick or Treat is probably my favorite of all those types of films. But anyway, I'll turn it back over to you, Steve, after you interrupted me about 9 gazillion times.
Alright. I watched a movie that's coming out from Mondo Macabra. It's an Indonesian horror movie called Hungry Snake Woman.
That was bizarre. I saw
starring
part of it.
Suzanne with Z's.
She's just Suzanne, no last name or anything.
No, it's like Cher. It's from 1986, I think, and I guess it's normal for the people out kind of in the sticks to believe in these weird gods and stuff, and then so there's this woman. I forgot what the name of it was because I couldn't pronounce it, but there's a snake woman, a hungry snake woman, and at the beginning we see there's another character. Suzanne plays the snake woman, and she also plays this other woman, and there's really no need for that. It's just there for maybe one plot device that at the end of the movie, but it really is just like not needed. So I wonder if they just did it to have save paying someone else to do the role. It's kind of hard. Basically, there's this asshole guy who's wanting to rape this woman and wants her to marry him and all this stuff, and she runs away from him, and he runs in the jungle to away from these. I guess they're cops. I don't know. And anyway, he ends up in a cave or somewhere. In this, there's another snake woman.
There's two snakes.
There's another snake, and she's got a body of a snake. Which I mean, for this kind of low budget shit in Indonesia in 1986, looks pretty good. And she tells him that he could get, that if he worships that chick, and then of course she wants him to kill the hungry snake woman, and but the hungry snake woman, if he does certain things for her, like kill people for her and worship her, he'll get money and get anything he wants. So he starts doing
So
that.
it's like the devil.
Yeah, and he gets at one point he has a gang of people doing what he wants, and he has money, and he wants to marry the girl he wanted to rape, and but the father doesn't believe him. But there's a lot of snakes going on, and I won't go into any more. It's pretty wild, but one thing about this, I looked at Indonesia is a Muslim society, a Muslim religious people there. I mean, like, I forgot how many, but it's a lot, 75%. But these women, I mean, maybe it was different in 1986. They wasn't wearing any whatever, all these
all
big
the headdresses and
all
stuff
this
like
shit.
that.
Burkas and shit. That also was weird because they showed some nudity. It was mostly a butt or so of Suzanne, and then some other chicks had see-through tops, which I found was kind of wild. For usually in these type of movies, and up until the 90s, or close 89, 90 is when I started seeing a lot of nudity in some of these films, but like Lady Terminator. But anyway, it's wild. Me and Dana might do a commentary for it at some point in the
That
future.
and Eerie Midnight Horror Show.
Yeah.
Did you watch all that, by the way?
Yes. So that was another one I watched. An old VHS classic, but it has been released on Blu-ray. I got one from Dark Force Entertainment. Of course, they call it a Grindhouse edition because they didn't clean it up that much.
Well, that's easy, ain't it?
That's what they do. But I mean, it looks pretty. I mean, it's very clear and white, you know. But anyway, I don't. Yeah, I'll throw it back to you unless you want me to go over any more.
Let's see. Well, I don't think I talked about this one on because we haven't done a. Did I talk about Argento's Giallo?
I don't remember.
Well, if it's a repeat,
Tell me about it.
I apologize.
In 3 minutes or less.
Okay, I can do that because there's not much to tell about it. But I was watching Argento's Giallo, which when I asked Steve what the worst Argento film was, he almost automatically said Giallo. I said, even worse than Dracula 3D, and he said yes. So, and indeed he was right, because I couldn't even tell that this was an Argento film when I watched it. It didn't really have any Argento hallmarks to it. And it had Adrian Brody playing both the killer and the
and that's not a spoiler because
no, it's not.
It's no reason for them to play both roles.
No, and I don't know why. I'm like Steve. I don't know why they had him play both roles, and I didn't. Didn't Adrian Brody sue the producers because he didn't get paid or something?
I don't know if it was that only, or if it was also,
or the movie was just so awful.
Yeah, that was one good reason.
But I thought I heard he didn't get the pay he was.
Well, that's probably
either.
true.
But anyway, you've got a killer in this that is the most bizarre killer I've ever seen in a movie.
Really? Long legs?
Yeah, but that was bizarre in a good way. This was bizarre not in a good way, okay? But anyway, he would sit around and look at these pictures of the women he's tortured and killed. And while he's doing that, he's sucking on a freaking pacifier. And I'm like, what in the world? It's either a pacifier or a ring pop. And it looks like a pacifier, and he's just going...
Okay, 3
like
minutes
that.
is pretty close.
Okay, sorry. But anyway...
We'll get back to pacifier talk later, but go ahead.
Okay. Well, I had to tell people about that because it's just awful. And Adrian Brody doesn't seem to be happy in this film. He just goes walking, moping through the film. And the killer's not interesting. And they call him Giallo, don't they? They call him Yellow.
Yellow tint.
Because he's jaundiced. That's why they... It's like very weak plot, a very weak killer, basically nonsensical plot. And people say a lot of Argento stuff doesn't make sense, but this is just completely just weak.
All right, 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
All right, Steve's making me stop. So if you miss Giallo, you're not missing anything. I'll just say that. All right, Steve.
Okay. I only talked about 2? God dang. Let me double up. Yesterday I watched 2 movies. We were waiting to get a new dishwasher and it never came yesterday. So
The Nightmare Saga.
I watched 2 movies. I watched one I'd probably seen before. It's from 2013 called Cult. And it's a Japanese...
That was a weird movie.
I would say found footage, but I mean kind of, because it's like these people being filmed for a TV show. So they had these 3 pretty girls in this room, and they're basically saying, hey, we need you to watch this video. And they were like, oh, that's so scary, yeah. And we're going to go see if we can find these ghosts at this house where this... daughter and or mother and daughter live. And so they went there, and then some wild shit happens. They have a priest there who's basically like a Buddhist priest, I would assume,
He's a Buddhist priest in training because
Yeah, and then there was a lot of like black spaghetti looking creatures, I guess ghosts or demons.
and an extreme slender man.
Yeah, and there's all kinds of wild shit that happens. I will say, just, if anybody tracks this down, the ending's kind of a non-ending. It's almost like a setup for something else, another movie. That was kind of like, okay, but it is what it is. I mean, I think 11 years have passed, and I haven't heard of a sequel. And the title Cult makes sense later in the movie. It's pretty, you can probably guess where it's going, at least with the title. The second one, I was just, hey, I'm paying for Netflix. Let me find something to watch. So I started a few things. I just played and started watching one thing and turned it off. And I saw this movie called The Pale Blue Eye. Yeah, I guess it's based on a book. And in my mind, in the past, I
Oh, that
wanted to
was
see
the
it.
Edgar Allan Poe one.
Yeah, Edgar Allan Poe is a second character in this movie with Christian Bale as like a constable, and then obviously in the early 1800s, and then some cadet at this military school was killed. He was hung, and then his heart was cut out, and they got Christian Bale looking for it, and then Edgar Allan Poe is a cadet there. And he was,
I thought that was interesting to put Edgar Allan Poe in.
And then one thing about this is that I noticed, versus like The Raven with John Cusack, who plays Edgar Allan Poe.
I like that one too.
Yeah, well, I kind of like it. If you look at that movie and look at this one, there's a difference. The difference is they do not wear makeup, or at least nothing that looks like, and the lighting is all, it makes you, it wants to be part of that time period, so the women look a little run down, the men look run down.
I think they look normal.
Well, I mean, I don't know about
they
normal.
didn't look glamorous.
No, that's the thing, they were not glamorous. It's not a glamorous movie. And Christian Bale was a producer, which I don't know if he really had anything to do with it, or they just put his name on there, but I would imagine he had something to do with it. But anyway, Gillian Anderson's in it, looking pretty rough.
She looks old.
Well, I mean, she's not. I mean, that could be anti-makeup, to make them look worse too. But it's a little mystery thing, and it's occult stuff going on in it. So it was pretty good watch.
I liked it.
It's a little long. It's like 2 hours and 12 minutes or something like that. It's pretty long. But other than that, I liked it.
And I will say the guy playing Edgar Allan Poe in it looks more like Poe than John Cusack does.
Yeah, I mean, definitely that dude's eyes were super close together. So, but anyway, that was. I got a couple more, but I'll let you throw.
Well, I'm going to talk about one more, and Steve may have it on his list. Was the Joe Bob Night Marathon when we watched Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder in Hell.
Well, you can talk about it.
And the reason why I want to talk about it is because it's, like Joe Bob said, it's do-it-yourself Evil Dead. And how many years did it take this guy to get this?
Well, he shot it, and then he found out they couldn't use the footage, so they had to reshoot it again, and that took 7 years.
Okay.
And then it took more years.
I think it was like was it 2012 or was it later?
2010 or so is when in the court. So I mean, there was a
but I think he started filming it in the 90s or something.
Yes.
But anyway, it is a basic, like, kind of Evil Dead-like story. This guy he's a weightlifter. Well, kind of.
He doesn't look like one because they said he had lost almost 30 pounds. So he doesn't look like a bodybuilder anymore.
But he's supposed to be.
I mean,
But anyway, his ex-girlfriend, which I didn't understand this very well, but why ask why? But his ex-girlfriend comes to him and says that she wants to go investigate this
Maybe it
house.
has something to do with that other guy. Maybe she's friends with him or something. I don't know.
I don't know. But so they go to this house, and a psychic comes with them.
Yeah.
And so it turns out that the bodybuilder guy, his father was attacked by a woman,
I guess it was his girlfriend,
his
or
girlfriend, and she possessed by
I don't remember.
like Evil Dead, like creature. But
I
anyway,
guess.
she ended up killing him, and he shows up in the television in this house and tells his son what he needs to do to
Yes, Dan.
get rid of the evil in this house. But you know, they have total bodily dismemberment. That's the
They
only
have
way.
Play-Doh. They have
Did they have Play-Doh?
they have Resident Evil graphics. I mean, they
Yeah.
have all kinds of weird shit.
I mean, but the thing I like about it is it's just wacky good fun. You don't have to think about it. Just sit
it's
down
very
there and
short
watch.
too. I mean,
And it's
realistic-
short. What
it's-
is it, like 76 minutes?
I don't even think it's that long, but maybe,
Maybe
it's
shorter
under.
than that.
It's
70
under.
minutes, maybe.
It's about an hour and something. So
Yeah.
it's very. And of course, I bought it on Blu-ray.
And paid how much from Visual Vengeance?
Probably $30 for a fucking movie that's an hour long.
And it looks rough, let me tell you, watching it.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way to look at this. I mean, I don't even know if it would look good on Blu or VHS. But whatever.
But if you like Evil Dead movies, actually the director had seen Army of Darkness, I think, and
Yeah.
he was like, "Hey, I can do something like this," and he loves Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell.
I love
and
you,
stuff.
Sam Raimi, son.
That's what he would say, I guess. But anyway, if you want a wacky, good, clean fun, so to speak, other than the blood spatter, that has Evil Dead vibes to it, that wouldn't you agree that Bloody Muscle Bodybuilder in Hell would be a good pick?
Sure.
Okay.
If it'll stop,
If it'll stop Daniel from talking about it.
I'll agree with it.
I liked it, and I hated that I fell asleep during the original night marathon on that movie because I liked that one. So
Well, now I know I cannot stay awake, and
Steve knows he can't do that because he'll feel like crap.
yeah, I felt horrible the next day, and I stayed up to 1:30, but I got to stay up to 1:30 for a month straight coming up here. But anyway, not that bad stuff. So the last one I watched today, there's this company, or I think it's called like Tiger Style Media or something like that. Maybe Republic Pictures is involved with them. I didn't even know they were still around.
I didn't know.
But they're making like a series of like 6 or so martial arts movies, direct to home video, I guess. And I watched one of them. I think this is the first one released, and it was called The Art of 8 Limbs. And it's based.
Why is it called that?
Well, it took me a minute, but when you have 2 people fighting, you have 8 limbs.
That
That's
makes
my
sense.
guess. But anyway, so it's basically the Enter the Dragon kind of story where there's a tournament. The bad guy is selling nerve gas to bad people, and they're using the tournament as a cover in Thailand. So they got some cool Muay Thai fighting, and it's one guy he's an analyst with the CIA, I guess, and he's also a high level karate guy in the tournaments, and then they swing it so he can go there and get some intel, and then shit goes sideways. Also, it stars the original Spider-Man. I think Nicholas Hammond. I thought he was playing this older character. Obviously, he's older, so it was kind of cool to see him and still around. The movie itself looks, for a direct-to-home video, it looks amazing. The scenery is crazy. They got these giant golden tigers, and I'm wondering if that's real, because it looked real. And there's some other things in here. Obviously, in Thailand, they have a lot of statues and monuments for like Buddha and other things. So, I mean, I guess this was what would happen if the direct-to-home video movies never kind of dried up back in the 90s and kept going another 30 years. But yeah, it was pretty good. I mean, there was the fights were kind of cool, but this didn't seem like there was enough fights for me. But but there's another one out with Cynthia Rodrock called Lady Scorpion. And then there's a few, like I said, a few more that's going to be released over the next few months or so. So, I mean, if you like those kind of things, you might want to check them out. But that's pretty much it. We'll say that there is a unboxing of like Chinatown and stuff that I did that will be on the channel.
Yeah, I gotta get that stuff up there.
But anyway, that's maybe next time we'll have a special Horror Hound show.
Well, we're gonna have a Highway to Hell coming up for Horror Hound weekend. So, and I'm gonna try to film as much from Horror Hound inside the heart of Horror Hound coming up. So keep an eye out for all of that.
All right, we're out of here.
Yep. We'll see everybody or talk to everybody next time.
Wow.
I gotta turn this. We're out here, right, Steve?
Yes, we're gone. Like frogs.